got good people. That was an outstanding offensive line last week.
You guys had success against the run against them, especially last season. What was the key to that, and how do you go about doing that again?
I think we just played hard and stayed focused. I think we got to do the same thing. And I was telling them earlier, I said, just because you do good one game doesn't mean you won't do good the next game. So you got to get locked in each and every play like it's most important. And we've absolutely got to stop the run to have any chance of success.
But Denzel,
I didn't watch him that close, really. I know he moved around good yesterday, and I think the real truth will be what happens in the morning with the slow run and everything. So I know he wants to play. He's anxious, and we had that talk with him. If you aren't ready, let's wait. But I think he wants to play really bad.
How much have you missed him?
A lot. I think in some spots we don't have very much depth, and when that happened, we had to move a guy that was playing Mike linebacker over to Stinger linebacker, so we're having to reteach, and he's having to catch up, and all the little things that we got thousands of reps on. So, Denzel's a very good player. We had packages lined up with Sedarius and Denzel, able to play him. And I don't know if we'll be able to get into those so much this week because we're not sure yet if he'll be able to play or not. We certainly will in the future.
how would you assess all those guys who played in his absence? How did they do?
Well, I think Sedarius speaks for himself. I forgot what it was, 14, 11, 25 tackles, I think, in the last two games. And we knew all along that, throughout fall camp, and that was one of our strongest two deep positions we had with those two guys there. And we actually created some defensive packages so they'd both be on the field at the same time because Sedarius has come so far. So having them both back would be huge for us.
What do you see in A.J. McCarron, and how much different is he now than maybe he was when he was a younger player?
I think he's just a veteran, and he doesn't make mistakes. I see him taking control. I think you saw it in the bowl game. I think you see it now that he takes more control of the offense, and they all certainly respect him. He's certainly confident. He's won national championships, so he's a very polished quarterback in my opinion.
How do you feel about pass rush this year?
Ours,
yeah.
Yeah, we played a lot more zone coverage and hadn't pressured as much as we have in the past. And I think being able to get four-man rush, maybe we don't get as many sacks as what we got, but I know we haven't given up as many big plays doing that. And that was one of our areas of emphasis. And I think as some of the young guys grow, if you will, from Deechees, we'll be able to do more pressure stuff.
With the changes along their offensive line and Lacey now gone, how is their run game different?
I don't know if it is scheme-wise at all. Maybe not as much gap scheme or, if you will, powers and counters is what they had last year. I think it's like with any team that you have. If your guys are ready to do something, then you're going to do it in the game. And if they're not ready to do something, you're not going to do it in the game. So they're a huge zone blocking team and run a little bit of power. And I think they're advancing each and every week.
What are your impressions of Yeldon?
I think I saw Yeldon play last year and saw his high school tape. Big physical guy that can make a jump move and make you miss. Those Alabama backs, they're always going to have 3 or 4 guys that are as good as anybody in the country. And Yeldon's no different. They do seem to be playing him a lot more than some of the other guys. He has as many snaps as the other 4 guys that are 4 or 5 guys that are combined. So maybe about the same amount as the other guys combined. I think he's a good player.
Woody used the word family just a lot. Kept repeating it yesterday, talking about the defense here. After 2011, when you guys got here, how difficult was it to get guys to trust each other like that?
Well, I think it takes time. I think it's a process, and certainly our guys have continued to grow in that process. He's great with team and character building, and I've seen a lot of our guys buy into doing the little things right. We're not there yet. I think he would tell you that. But there's a lot more guys that want to play for each other instead of just playing for themselves. And you see a lot of things on and off the field, academics, etc.